कभी ऐसे रिटायरमेंट की कल्पना की है जो कॉलेज लाइफ की तरह हो? वही टेंशन फ्री लाइफ, मौज मस्ती और हम उम्र दोस्तों का साथ एक खूबसूरत जगह। आप अपनी जिंदगी के सहेजे हुए खूबसूरत पलों को दोबारा से जिए।
Melbourne, the most beautiful and most multicultural place that it is. To talk to you a little more about Sawan and the Sinda group, I invite Krishna on stage.
So Sangam Kala Group Australia is an independent, incorporated, non-profit association. The objective of SKGA is to promote Indian music, dance, drama, and related cultural activities, including films and Bollywood entertainment, to people of all origins in multicultural Australia. Through organizing various festivals, musical concerts, educational film and music workshops, SKGA aims at encouraging cross-cultural awareness as well as foster intercultural relationships, community contributions, mutual respect, understanding, and community unity. The group recognizes that young talent in performing and creative arts is like an uncut diamond that needs the much required training, stage, opportunity, and recognition. SKGA hopes to provide a suitable platform for those individuals who love to experiment with music and films, who want to explore new horizons across international boundaries through Satrangi's 7 Colours Film Festival, Spirit and Harmony Music Film Festival, and Sawan Springs Festival. Sawan Spring Festival 2016 is a multicultural music and dance festival that aims to celebrate the Indian, Australian, and multinational culture through the performing arts. The festival will feature local talents in forms of singing, dancing, music, comedy, poetry, and artistry. The festival will present local performing artists from music, dance, and fashion background on a vibrant platform that will display a variety of cultures from Indian to Australian to Chinese to African, subcultures, and many more. In addition to performances, the festival will feature local organizations that will serve and contribute to the community through delicious food and drinks and promotional stalls. This festival welcomes all ages, backgrounds, and cultures. To watch Sawan 2015 highlights, you guys can go to the website, which is www.skga.org.au/Sawan2015.
Festival. I, Naval Modgil, invite all of you to enjoy today's wonderful performances in music and dance from Indian and cross-cultural ethnic origins. I will request Mr. Arvind Shrivastava and Sunila Shrivastava ji to bless us and say a few words for the people.
Thank you, Naval. Good afternoon, everyone. Naval is doing a very great service to the community here, and we are so proud of the services which he is rendering, the cultural exposure of the rich culture which we have inherited from our history and also from our upbringing and the traditions which we are part of. It's something worth sharing. And today, he has been doing this particular sort of program not only once a year, but at least 3 times a year. And for the past how many years? 25 years. So I think 25 years is worth the celebration. Very good, very well done, Naval. And actually here, I'm representing Sankat Motan Samiti, which is basically a 3-in-1 organization. It has got a spiritual, social welfare, and educational aspects to it. And our main motive is to provide spiritual, moral, and physical support to the people in critical needs. Now this is where we have got a very good connection, because we are interested in basically giving knowledge to the young generation, our coming up generation, and that knowledge is the knowledge of the traditions which we have and the culture which we have. And together we can really see how this particular efforts which we have undertaken goes into the media and also to the public and for our next generation. I will now give it to Sunila if she has got something to add to my comments.
मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगी। नवल जी का संगीत के क्षेत्र में जो इनका सहयोग रहा है उसका वर्णन मैं शब्दों से नहीं कर सकती हूँ। आई थिंक 1994 से आपने यहाँ पे संगीत, हिंदी संगीत का आयोजन करना शुरू किया था और अब तो ये बहुत आगे बढ़ चुके हैं। और जो ये विद्यादान जो दे रहे हैं हमारे बच्चों को, हमारे यंग जनरेशन को, वो बहुत सराहनीय है। तो मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि इस 25वें वर्ष में आपको वो समृद्ध संपत्ति और स्वास्थ्य प्रदान करें और आप ऐसे ही इस क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ते रहें। धन्यवाद।
May now request Honorable Ward Councillor Mr. Thang Shui to address us.
Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the organizer and also Nawal. Thank you so much for organizing this event. And I would like to acknowledge all our distinguished guests, including our guests on the stage, and also my friends Gandhi, and also my favorite best friend Sri. I'm coming from a multicultural background as well. I'm from Hong Kong, and I'm a newly elected councillor of City of Monash, representing the Mount Wavy Ward. But I've been living in the Caton area for quite a long year, as I was a student in Monash University, and I really appreciate what we have bring to the City of Monash. Look at this fantastic event, look at the great people. We contribute to this community. We love this community, we love this country. Here, I would just like to say thank you so much for working hard on bringing multiculturalism. I really appreciate what everyone have done to the City of Monash. Thank you so much. Enjoy the day, enjoy the event, enjoy this fantastic day. Thank you.
Now I will request Mr. Said Khan. Said Khan is running a business in music business since 1994, last 23 years now. I think his shop was one of the first shops in Dandenong market. There was only three shops in the entire city. One was in Glen Ferry. Second was in Dandenong. So he was one of the most experienced and most experienced person presenting the artists from overseas. He has done lots of international shows like Salman Khan. He's the first person who presented Salman Khan in Melbourne, Shah Rukh Khan in Melbourne, all the Khans, because he himself is a Saeed Khan, so he loves all the Khans. I will request Mr. Saeed Khan to say a few words about the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and I really feel honored that Nawal has asked me to come and share a few words with you. In fact, we should be talking in Hindi or Urdu, but some of our friends who don't have the privilege to understand that language, so we'll just stick to English. By profession, I'm an architect, but as many of you know that in about 91, 92, we had a recession, which people say had to be. So I lost my job. And then with some friends and all, we started a small business in Dandenong. Now, I didn't know anything about the business. I was just a man of the drawing board to draw lines on the board. So then I had to seek someone who could help me. And then, by the way, it came that I met a few people from Bombay, and they said, look, why don't you run some movies in the cinemas and all? I said, all right, I'll just give it a shot. But then as I said, I didn't have any experience at all. So then I met Nawal. I don't know how I met him. Oh yes, I know how I met him, because we used to rent out videos, and Nawal and his lovely wife used to come and borrow videos from us. So that's how we sort of became associated with each other. So Nawal has been helping me as an associate since '94. And the first movie we showed in Melbourne was Makilari Tonari. Makilari Tonari was the first movie. And now that day when we was doing movies, it was like more of a show where movies would just run privately for 2 or 3 days, maybe Fridays, Saturday and Sundays. And all the Indian community or many communities used to come, and particularly there was a lady who used to come with all the nice dresses and colorful dresses, because that was a point of meeting for them. So they come and they used to talk to each other, share things and all. Then we had some eats like samosas, drinks, tea, coffee. So it was more like a carnival atmosphere. And people sort of really really used to look forward to all these things. But now the movies, all of you know that they become sort of more commercial. Bombay sends movies directly to the cinemas run the movies, and then they just deal with each other. But along the way, through the help of Naval, I gained so much experience in the movies, not only, and then we had to venture into the shows and the live shows. So the first show we did in Melbourne was Salman Khan and Dharminder, and I think it was Bhageshwari and all, so they all came. And then Akshay Kumar, Karishma Kapoor, Akshay Kumar, then Shah Rukh Khan, then Govinda, Manisha, so there were so many countless shows. But I must commend Naval that he's always been there with me, on the forefront, helping me to advertise and giving me all the advice and all, which I didn't know really. And on top of it, he's sort of running his thing. So I really commend Naval for all what he's doing and all what he's giving to the Indian community. Because obviously when we people come from our part of the world here, particularly our children and the young ones, so they tend to stay away from the culture when they go to school and all. So that's very obvious. But with the efforts of Naval and people like Naval, so at least they learn or they stay in touch with the culture, with the language, which is really a great honor. And I'm sure that the parents do appreciate that the children should at least know something about their roots or their culture or something like that. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I commend Naval, and please always support him for the various events he does. And thank you very much. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you.
See, the main connection with Mr. Said Khan was when I met him first time. We immigrated from now called Pakistan, at that time it was India, before 1947. So our grandparents, like our ancestors and their ancestors, were from the same city, from same town, and very close place. So that was the first person ever in my life I met from my previous origin, like we call it the Pakistan. So that was my first connection with him, that you are Khan and I am Odgil now. but we are there, know each other from last hundreds and thousands of years, So and I've always received tons of love from him, being from Pakistan and for India, for Indian movies, for Indian culture promotion. He can be contacted anytime, at any level, for any help, for any promotion. He never say no. He will jump into it and walk along you and help you the way best he can do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. So it's been wonderful that you're all here today. Thank you. Spirit of our country, the culture that we all inherit. And yet, when we come to this strange land, which is now like a homeland to us, we all understand the harmony in which we all relate to. It gives me so much of pleasure to see so many wonderful, vibrant people right here. So many people who might not be from India, but of Asian origin, right there, very in the back row. But thank you all for being here as a part of a multicultural event that is this beautiful Sawan on this December afternoon. Well,
अनीता कितना काम करोगी? थोड़ा आराम कर लो।
आराम का प्लान तो बना लिया है मैंने। वर्ल्ड टूर पे भी जाएंगे, लेट नाइट शोज भी देखेंगे और जितना मर्जी उतना सोएंगे।
अच्छा, पर कैसे?
हमारे रिटायरमेंट की तैयारी तो शुरू कर दी है, वरना एक हाउसवाइफ का रिटायर होना तो मुश्किल है।
तो आज ही शुरू कीजिए लंबी इनिंग्स की तैयारी।